Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. And before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my business page, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari. So y'all, I don't really know what I titled this. I think I do, but if you can see by the title, today is a story time about when me and my homegirl fell out on vacation. Yes. Okay, so let's get into this story. So y'all, around this time I was dating this guy. I did do a story time about him. I had named him Jonathan. So me and him was this was like towards the end of our relationship type shit, and things was just like real shaky rocky with us, and I was just so like I just wanted to get away type stuff. And my homegirl, we're gonna give her a name. Let's just name her Deborah. And no, she wasn't old. I'm just naming her that. So anyway, Deborah had just moved to Vegas, or she was trying to move to Vegas, or was about to move to Vegas, or whatever like that. I don't really know. Well, I think she actually, no, she didn't like fully move there yet, but she was like just back and forth in it. So she was in Vegas, long story short. I vent to her a lot about the stuff I was going through. I pick and choose who I vent to and stuff. But her, I was venting to because it just be like, I don't know, we knew each other for so long, and then it was like easy because it was like she wasn't judging me, at least not to my face. So it was like, okay, cool. I'm telling her how like I just want to get away, I just want to do something, I'm just tired of being in the house, like I'm just, you know, I just want to clear my mind type thing. So then she told me, I feel like I got too much patterns going on over here. So anyway, so she told me like, girl, come out here, like come to Vegas. And I was like, that's a good idea. I could come. It's popping around this time. You already know they got the day pool parties, all this other stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come. That works for me. Let me pick a weekend. So y'all, at this time, she was working a job at a temp agency out there. And she was telling me like, okay, I'm gonna be free this weekend. We planned the whole thing out. Like we sitting down, picking the weekends. Like, okay, this ain't gonna work because I can't take that day off on this day. Okay, this gonna work on this day because this worked for me. Da 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 da. Like we picking and choosing, y'all. And I had worked at this time too. So it was like, okay, I'm seeing which days work for my schedule. I'm like, all right, we picked the weekend that worked for us. Everything was perfect. Our weekend that we picked literally was like 3 to 4 weeks in advance. So it was cool. I got my plane ticket. She told me she got off work that Friday at a certain time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a ticket for a little later in the day because y'all know Vegas is just a 45-minute flight for me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get there at this time and all this other stuff. So originally when we first started talking about it, before I even got my flight or anything, she kept telling me like, girl, you could stay where I'm staying at. So she was staying at one of those monthly like places or whatever like that. And she was telling me like I could stay there with her and all this other stuff. So I was thinking about it because I'm like, okay, cool, like that makes sense. And I'm like, I'll just give you some money that weekend because I would have to have paid for a room anyway. Like it makes sense. I'll just give you some money on it because you stand here or whatever. So she was like, oh, okay, good looking out, right? As it got closer to the time that I was supposed to be coming out there, maybe like 2 weeks before, she just started telling me how she was dealing with this dude and how he'd be over all the time and he'd be spending the night and all this other stuff like that. She just kept throwing hints. You know when somebody is throwing hints that they don't want you to come no more, like stay the night no more, but they ain't saying it, they just throwing the hints. And I know how to read a motherfucking room. I could read a motherfucking room with my eyes closed. So I knew, okay, yeah, she basically don't want me to come no more, but she don't want to say that. So I was just like, oh, I've been looking at rooms, and I told her, because I do be having a lot of deals on Hopper because I use them a lot, and on Expedia. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just get me a room or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give me a room and that should be fine. So she was like, oh, okay, where you gonna get a room at? Like once I said I was getting a room, mind you, she kind of like was bringing up the boy type thing, but then I had kind of mentioned it like later and was like, oh yeah, I was looking at rooms, I'm gonna just give me a room. And she was like, okay, that's cool. You know, instead of, oh girl, no, you staying with me, da 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 da. She didn't want me to stay there, which was cool with me because I'm not about to stay somewhere and then your dude coming over and it's a monthly. I could see if it was like, because you know the monthlies really be like motels type shit. Like I could see if it was like a 1-bedroom or something like that, but like I'm not trying to be in the room in the next bed while you and your man is going fucking crazy. You know, that ain't what I'm trying to do. So I was just like, all right, yeah. So she was cool with it, I was cool with it, didn't matter. So as I'm talking to my my boyfriend at the time, Jonathan, he was telling me like, are you sure? Is everything good? Like, do you need me to help you get a car, a rent a car or whatever like that? So I'm like, no, she got a car out there, so I shouldn't need one. But the more me and him started kind of talking, he was like, yeah, just to be on the safe side, you know, she did say she had a dude and all this other stuff. Because at first he didn't want me to go, but as closer it got to me going, he was kind of like helping me make sure that I was gonna be okay. So I'm like, you know what? Something told me to get a rental. So what I do, I tell him to hop on Turo and help me get a motherfucking rental. So that's what we did. And I told her, I I was like, girl, I'm gonna give me a rental. So she's telling me like, what you need a rental for? So I'm like, you know, just so I could have a ride to the room from the airport, because I wasn't staying on the strip. So I'm like, just so I could have a ride from the room to the airport. Or, you know, if you want me to meet you somewhere, if you don't feel like coming to get me. Because she was not in Vegas, but I think she wasn't in Henderson. I don't know what city she was in, but she wasn't like where I was staying at either. So I'm like, if we going somewhere, you want me to meet you there type thing. Yeah, it would just be better. Like, I don't want to Uber by myself and stuff like that. So she was just like, okay, like, all right, that's cool. So y'all got that rental and it was it for me. So now fast forward to the day I'm leaving. It's Friday. And my ex, well, I keep saying my ex, it's Friday, and Jonathan, he dropped me off at the airport. Y'all, red flag number one, I should never let him drive my car to the airport. Why he couldn't drive his car to take me? Because every time, I swear, he was already irritated that I went through with it and to go on this trip. So every time, like, when he would drive my car, whether we went out to eat and I drove and I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like driving, can you drive back? Or if like situations like that, he dropping me off at the airport, don't know why he couldn't drive his own car to drop me off. But like when he seemed like he irritated with me or whatever like that, he gonna dog my car the fuck out. He's not gonna drive it how he drive his car. He's gonna drive it, he's gonna make sure he go over them speed bumps real slowly, and my car, he gonna drive it crazy. And I'll be like, bro, have some respect, like why are you driving my shit like that? And he'd be like, oh, you ain't got no rims, so it don't matter. It still matter. I still got like stock rims or something. The fuck? Don't be driving my car all fucked up. So yeah, so y'all, on the way to the airport, long story short, because he mad that I went through it and I'm actually going. Long story short, my thing is, we talked about it. So why did you think I wasn't gonna go? You thought I was just pulling your leg, being funny, little kiki haha. Anyway, so long story short, he drove to the airport in my car. I'm like, he driving, hitting every bump, like boom, 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 like just shaking my luggage up. So I was kind of annoyed with that, because I'm like, damn, you finna just really drive my shit crazy. And he was like, well, you got a good parking spot and I would have to find a whole new parking spot if I was to drive. Whatever. So anyway, I'm happy. None of that even matters to me. I'm happy. I get in the airport, I'm posting pictures immediately on my story. She hit me up, girl, I can't wait till you land. Oh my God, I'm finna get off in a little bit. We about to be lit. First night we turning up. So I'm excited, y'all. I get to Vegas, get the rental. They left at the airport, so I just got it, drove to the room. I'm excited, checked in. I'm hurrying up to get ready and stuff like that, because I'm like, at this point, she was already off of work and I didn't want to keep her waiting, because I'm like, bitch, we outside like you said. So I got dressed and all this other stuff. I asked her if she wanted me to meet her, and she was like, no, she gonna come pick me up, because she knew this one little spot. And she was like, I've been to Vegas a million times. I live in California. So, but you know, like, I don't be all over all like surrounding cities and shit like that. Like, I be pretty much on the strip, downtown Vegas, you know, Fremont, whatever. But yeah, so she's like, girl, I'm gonna pick you up. I know this little spot that we could go to. The dude that I was talking to told me about it. Now, at first, she kept trying to throw hints like, how would you, she just kept saying, throwing hints like, oh, he wanna come. He low-key wanna come. I keep having to tell him no. Girl, don't throw them hints to me. That's, you even mentioning that to me before you come get me is basically you trying to see where my head is at and see if I'm gonna be like, girl, and let him come. No, this ain't that. This ain't that. Don't bring him. Because if that's the case, then why'd you invite me out here? Like, I mean, well, she didn't invite me. We mutually agreed. But it's still the point, like, if you knew you wanted to hang out with your nigga at the fucking after hour spot this weekend, you could have did that and I wouldn't have came. Like, no. So anyway, because I wouldn't do my friends like that. Like, if you in town, I'm gonna tell my man's like, all right, I'm with my friends, and he gonna understand that shit. Okay, have fun. So anyway, so she just kept throwing him hints, and I'm just like, LOL, he crazy. Like, you know, I'm not about to say, girl, what? Bring him. He's so cool. No, I don't even know him. So yeah, she ended up pulling up. She looking good. I hop in the car, I'm looking good. We happy. She like, girl, I got a bottle, take a shot. So I'm like, yay. I take my shot. We drive off, we go into the place we going to. She was mentioning it again. She was like, he's talking about something, he might pop out with his homeboys type shit. And at this point, I'm like, I mean, if he do come, it's whatever. I'm not really tripping. I can't tell this man where and where not to go, but he ain't riding with us, so I don't care. So anyway, we end up getting to the place, right? We go in there, it's cool. I'm like, okay, you know, you knew a little spot. I forgot where we was at, because when I'm not driving, I really don't be paying attention. So I'm like, okay, she know a little spot or whatnot. We up in there, it's cool, it's lit. It's like a lot of people. We at the bar, we got us a drink. While we over there laughing and drinking at the bar, we probably was in here for about like good 40 to an hour at this point. And these boys ended up coming over there to us. It was 2 dudes, right? And they seemed decent. Mind you, at this time, I'm not interested in like actually like meeting somebody and trying to talk to them, because like I said, my relationship is ending. It is slowly tearing apart, but I'm still in it. So, and I'm not trying to just meet somebody and yeah, so I'm taking my time. Like, But I mean, of course, somebody like come over to us, I'm not gonna be like, get the fuck away, and spray them with mace. Like, I ain't gonna do all that. So anyway, so they come over there, they start talking to us, and they like, how you doing? Like, you know, talking, oh, what's your name? Da 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 da. She talking to old dude, and I could tell she seemed really like interested. Like, I know my friends. You know your friends when it's a certain way they'll look at a dude to where you like, they ain't looking at him crazy, but you know, oh, she ain't interested. But it's another way where it be like, oh, she like him. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just giving the other boy a little small talk or whatever like that. He's like, okay, yeah, so where are you from? Like, where y'all from or whatever? So she was telling him like, oh, how she from LA, but she's trying to see if she finna move to Vegas or whatever. She been out here for like a month now. So I told him like, I'm from LA. So y'all, one of them, the one she was talking to, he was like, okay, he was like, okay, I think he say I could dig it. Or he said like, you dig, or something like that. Something, he said the word D-I-G in there, and it threw me for a fucking loop. A loop. I'm already been drinking, but this is why it threw me for a loop, y'all. Because, I don't know, like, I got like PTSD or whatever like that. But if you know, you know. For one, Vegas is full of P's. Y'all know what a P is, a P-I-M-P. Vegas is full of them, and LA is too, for some odd ass reason. But I'm not even gonna say LA, California too, because these dudes, they said they was from the Bay Area, and they do that shit a lot out there too. But you know, for some odd reason, everybody in California wanted to be a motherfucking pimp. You couldn't go to the grocery store without the clerk being a pimp. It'd be like, what the fuck is going on? So when they said that, I'm like, it kind of threw me for a loop. Even though I know people say you dig or I dig, people say that word, but I don't know, it's something about their lingo and the way they was talking that threw me off. And I remember people used to say that shit a lot, like peas and stuff. So when they was like, here from the Bay, I just was like, okay, I see what's going on. But anyway, I'm not about to do the most and be like, girl, they're pimps, and run off. Like, I'm not doing all that. So yeah, so we still just talking to them or whatever like that, and we end up getting another drink. We still laughing. They didn't buy our drinks, we bought our own drinks. But yeah, so the next thing you know, he was saying like, this spot finna be over with. Is we going in tonight, or are we trying to go to the after hours? So we look at each other, and I'm like, after hours, we outside. She like, yeah, we trying to go to the after hours. So he was like, okay, I know this one spot, because I'm thinking he about to talk about like Dre's after hours. And he's like, no, I'm not going to the strip. I'm going to another little spot like this. Like, you gotta go to where the locals at. Ain't nothing popping on the strip. Literally, the strip was popping. Like, this literally was, it was a lot of people out there, a lot of shit going on. But it wasn't like a holiday weekend or nothing like that. But yeah, so he just like, no, we're going to another little spot. So I'm like, okay, cool with me. She like, yeah, that's cool. So he like, all right, where y'all drove here? What y'all Uber? How y'all get here? So she was like, I drove. So he like, okay, well, y'all could just hop in the car with me, because where we going to, the parking be fucked up. And it's literally just like up the street. So y'all could just hop in the car with me. And then, yeah, we go back. So I was like, oh, no, it's cool. We gonna follow y'all. I know I'm not driving, but I'm about to offer the service for us to follow you and not get in your car. So I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, we gonna follow y'all. She was like, I'm not tripping. Like, we could hop in the car with them since it's up the street. You said parking be bad? What, they be charging a lot for parking? I'm like, well, if that's the case, we could go have, or I'll pay for the parking, because I'm not getting in the car with them. I don't know them, like, you know. And I already said, not even them saying like, you dig, or whatever the fuck he said. It wasn't even that. Like, literally the whole time they was talking, they lingo really did just give, like, it was screaming. Like, he had a shirt on that said, I am a, that's what it was screaming. It just, all of them, both of them. So I'm like, nah, they cool. We finna go to the next spot, but we don't need to get in the car with them. So yeah, if this was me in my early 20s, then yeah, you know, we would have hopped in the car with them, and I would have been sitting there like, la 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 la, just wondering like, ooh, where we going? And we could pass the whole spot, and I'd just be like, they ain't finna do that. Yeah, but I'm like, no. So she was like, all right, like, you could tell she just got like annoyed. Like, I could just tell her like how she like did it, and I know her, so I could tell she kind of got irritated. She's like, yeah, we just gonna follow you, it's cool. He's like, all right then, yeah, like, we ain't finna take you nowhere, like, we taking you right up the street, but yeah, y'all can follow us then if you want to. And he was like, dang, because we finna smoke in the car, because he was saying she smoked. So he like, yeah, we finna smoke in the car. And she was like, dang, I do want to smoke. Could y'all wait until we get there and we can hop out? So he's like, man, I like to like really just drive and hit my shit, but you know, I'll wait for you since y'all gonna follow us or whatever. So she was like, okay. She was like, because we could just hop in the car. I said, no, we could just, y'all could do it when y'all get there. That would be better anyway. So yeah, we get in the car, and I'm just like, girl. She was like, what? She was like, you don't like him or something? Like, you don't like his friend? Because I could tell like you don't want to get in the car with them. I was like, no, it's not that. One, I'm not looking for nobody to like, and two, I was like, girl, they is, you know, P.I. and pimps. Peas. So she was like, why you say that? Like, what would make you say that? They never even said anything to us like about that. I'm like, yeah, they not finna just off top scream, sell pussy. But yeah, but it's obvious. Like, I'm like, it's just obvious. She was like, well, if that's the case, then why they ain't got no girls with them? You've been in Vegas for a month. Stop acting fucking dumb. I'm like, why is she acting stupid? When have you seen, like, is this the 80s? He supposed to be in a fur coat with a fucking cane, he supposed to be in a fur coat with a cane and a group of girls following behind him? Like, girl, make it make sense. If I'm a phlebotomist, am I supposed to have a fucking needle with me? You don't always see dogs with fur. So, exactly. That don't mean he ain't a pimp. So, she was like, nah, I didn't get that. She was like, you still like that? I said, still like what? She like, your ass still be just like tripping, like overthinking shit. So I'm like, girl, she acting like she ain't seen me just like 2 months ago. So I'm like, girl, no, I'm just really just paying attention to what they were saying. But I'm like, we go to the other spot, like I'm not tripping about that. So he ended up pulling up on the side of us and was like, all right, come on, like follow me. So we ended up following him to the next spot. Mind you, he said it's no parking. Parking be bad as fuck. Tell me why we park in the back. He pulled to the back because he said that he know a spot that he park at that nobody parked there because they scared to get towed, but he don't get towed there, so he always parked there. And when we asked him like, oh, well, is it a spot next so we could park at, or could we block you? And he was like, oh, nah, it ain't even. Like, tell me why we pulled to the back where he had us park at, and it's literally like one car there. It's a lot of places to park because we're not in the front. So yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? So we end up getting out the car because she was like, she want to smoke with them. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We got out the car and I left my door cracked. 2 reasons. 1, I don't smoke. And 2, you know, when you don't smoke, you really don't care to want to smell like a bag of fucking tree. You really just don't care to have that smell on you. Like, and plus we finna go in here, like, girl, I smell good. I want everybody to smell my perfume. And yeah, and another reason too, like, I don't care about being around people that smoke, but like, if we finna go inside of a place, I don't want to walk in smelling loud. Like, I want to smell good. Like, if that makes sense, I don't know. But yeah, and I didn't have no spray with me, so it's not like, yeah. And then 2, I just didn't want to close my door all the way. I gotta explain to nobody. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so we in the car and he was just like, close the door, you fucking up the hot box. So I was like, oh, I got asthma. I just lied. I was like, I got asthma, like it's fucks with my throat or whatever like that. But sometimes when people be smoking like with backwoods and having the windows all the way up, that shit would choke me. Like, what is you trying to do? So anyway, he was like, dang, well, I could crack the window or I could cut the air on or something like that, but like close the door. And I was just like, mind you, he makes it seem like I got the door wide open. It's literally cracked. And my excuses about not wanting to smell like tree is dumb as hell anyway, because the door being cracked that bit ain't gonna help me none. So he just like, yeah, I could close it. And then the other boy was like, nah, P. She think that, when he said, nah, P, I looked right at her. He said, nah, P. She think that we finna take off with her or something like that. Like, she think we trying to take her. And I had thought to myself like, P, what did these ninjas, what did these young men, these young black kings, what did they say their names was again? So I was all like, I don't think that, like, I don't think y'all trying to take me. So I was like, what was your name again? So one name was like, I was gonna say some dumb shit. They don't need no names for real. But one name was like, let's say one name was Target and one name was Walmart. They literally, neither one of them names start with a P. So why'd you calling this man a P? Unless he is one. You know how they be talking. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm not gonna ask you why'd you just call this man a P. I'm just noting it to myself. Cause yeah, just note it. So anyway, they end up finishing their session. We was laughing and shit in the car. We end up start going inside. So y'all, we walking into the inside, and tell me why they did that thing. You know, where you either, one of them fake like, oh shit, hold on, like he about to get a phone call or whatever, and the other one, he just hurried up and paid and went inside. Not for us, because she was finna walk right through. Deborah was finna walk right through, and they was like, okay, it's $15. And I'm like, I could already tell from jump like they wasn't gonna pay. So anyway, we paid to get in, whatever, and that's when, oh boy, right behind me, his phone call just mysteriously ends. My thing is, I'm not expecting you to pay for me, no way, but you could have just paid and walked through. Stand on business. You ain't gotta fake it and wiggle and jiggle, nigga. Just pay, go in. Nobody's expecting you to pay for them. So we up in there, it's packed, like it's a little lit after hour spot or whatever like that. He was like, do y'all want a drink? So I'm like, all right, cool, like, you know, you need a drink? She was like, yeah, I want to get a drink. Like, we need to get my friend another drink so she could loosen up. Girl, you make it seem like I'm acting like I gotta stick up my ass. I'm literally having fun. I'm dancing and shit like that. All I said was, I'm just noting to you that these dudes is what they is. So like, girl, you doing it too much. But I didn't let it get to me though. I just kind of like laughed it off, like, ha ha ha. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna get y'all some drinks. He's like, what y'all drinking on? So I forgot what we told him. Did we say Casamigos? I really don't remember what we told him, but we said something. And I was like, yeah, get this or whatever. And he was just like, nah, I know some shit that y'all gonna love. Like, y'all gonna love what I be getting. Hold on, I'm gonna go get that. So we like, all right. So he ended up leaving. They both left. We still over here dancing. Excuse me, we still over here dancing, throwing ass, having a time, right? So eventually he ended up coming back and he handed us the drinks. I know, I wasn't thinking about it until later, like the next day when I was like, girl, how dumb are you? Just let this man go get some drinks and then you just drinking it. So yeah, he came back with the drinks or whatever, and we drinking it. Granted, it was super good. So I'm like, oh, what is this? He like, I can't put you on. You ain't finna steal my shit. Nah, you ain't finna steal my shit. So the other boy was like, yeah, P, she trying to steal your shit. Y'all calling each other P too fucking much for y'all names to be Walmart and Target. But anyway, so that ain't their names though. But yeah, so I'm just like, So we drinking the drinks, they good. And I don't know what it was that just made me feel like, I don't know, this is weird. They wasn't like weird, like I said, they wasn't coming at us like that. But of course, you know, this is a different day and age. People gonna come at you. They ain't gonna immediately come to you and be like, look, I'm gonna need you to sell some ass for me. You know, some people might, but you know, they not finna just come off like that. But yeah, I mean, and they wasn't even that much of a good time for us to be like really just pressed to be around them. Like, we literally could have just got up in there and moved the fuck around, had a good time. They bought us a drink, okay, like we could have got our own drinks. Anyway, we still just chilling, talking to them type shit. So she was like, she gotta use the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, perfect, because I did too. Ended up going to the bathroom. When we in there, I was like, girl, she was like, you really just not feeling his friend. She was like, you already getting over it, like you breaking up with Jonathan, like y'all already for real done, for real, like girl, just let him go. Girl, has nothing to do with that. Like I said, I don't want this. Why would I leave my dude that I'm leaving for? I mean, it was serious issues to me. I'll tell y'all about it, but it wasn't like cheating or nothing like that. But I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna be like, okay, I left this dude not because he was cheating. It was like other shit that was like just didn't align with us. But it was just like, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and give it a yeah. So no. So she was just like, girl, why do you keep saying that? Why do you think that? I said, girl, they're calling each other P. She was like, well, maybe they're from Peru. Girl, no, maybe they not. Let's be for real quick. Like, let's just be like, stop being stupid, bitch. So but I'm just like, girl, I'm not tripping. I'm like, we just not going nowhere with them or hopping in a car with them. I was like, but I'm just letting you know, like, noted, like, you know, just noted. And she was just like, like, just have fun, loosen up. Her saying that, it's like, girl, I'm literally shaking ass. I'm shaking ass in the deli. Anyway, so we go back out there and we dancing. We end up meeting some girls in the bathroom. They told us to come take a shot with them because they had snuck their bottle in. So we end up going over there and taking a shot with them. We dancing. We kind of forgetting that we was with them anyway. And y'all, when we look over, they talking to other girls, which I'm not caring. We ain't in the car with them. Who cares? But Deborah, she was like, oh, let's go back over there. I guess she peeped and was like, oh, let's go back over there to our friends. And yeah, because she left her cup with him. And I was like, Deborah, don't leave your cup with him. You not like that, but I just like that. I was like, you done with yours? And she was like, no, I took mine with me. And the other boy was like, you want to take your cup to the bathroom? I was like, I'm gonna drink it before I get there. I'm not leaving it with you. So anyway, we come back and she was just like, okay, where my drink at? Like when he was talking to the girl, he like, oh, here it is. He finished up his conversation with that girl and then he walked off. Mind you, I'm still just dancing like, come on, turn up, Deborah, like the fuck. So we still just talking or whatever like that. So we laughing, dancing, just having a time. Y'all tell me why I hear somebody that come over there to him and was like, what's up, P? Somebody else called this nigga P. This nigga P. Somebody else called him that. So when I turned around, because the voice sounded familiar, I looked back and guess who the fuck it was? Y'all remember the story time when I told y'all, I don't know if I had mentioned this to y'all in that story time. I don't know if I had mentioned this to y'all in that story time because I left out so many details because of like certain reasons. But okay, remember the story time of the boy who stole my change out of my cup holder? I forgot what I even titled that story. But yeah, so long story short, I don't remember if I mentioned that in the story time or not. But remember, I think I did mention it that he was about to move to Vegas or whatever like that. So long story short, he ended up moving to Vegas and he became a P. So when I seen him and you're coming up to somebody else saying that, it's only one way y'all know each other. Mind you, these dudes said they was from the Bay. I don't even think they had Pyro in the Bay. Now that I think about it, that girl was, why the fuck would she even say that? So yeah, they said they was from the Bay. How would he know them? Yeah, he could meet them in Vegas, but unless they at getting paintball. I'm just kidding, because I don't think they still had it, but they probably do. They probably do, who knows. But anyway, it's only how y'all have like a common denominator, y'all in the same work field. So yeah, when he said that, I turned around and I was like, you know when you don't like somebody, but then when you drunk and you kind of in an awkward situation, you kind of forget you don't like them. So I kind of tapped him and I was like, whatever I named him, I'm like, what's up? And he was like, Symone, what the fuck? Like, what your ass doing in Vegas? He making it seem like we in fucking Idaho. Nigga, this is Vegas. It's up the street. He like, what your ass doing in Vegas? I'm like, man, I'm out here chilling my homegirl. Da-da-da. She right there. He like, oh, okay, okay. Mind you, she met him before, but he probably don't remember her. Probably do. I don't know. He just was like, oh, okay, like, what's up? He like, dang, that's crazy. So, oh boy was like, dang, P, you know her? He like, yeah, I know her. Like, yeah, that used to be my little thing or whatever the fuck he said. And the boy like, if y'all hear loud noises, y'all, I'm recording this at 4 p.m. in the daytime because I'm going somewhere a little later and I just want to record this for y'all. So that's, if y'all hear kids, it's not mine because I ain't got none. But anyway, so yeah, he like, what he had said, he was like, yeah, so yeah, this would be my little whatever the fuck. So he was like, bro, she get down? So when he said that, I'm over here like, get down with what? So I was like, get down with what? He started laughing. So the boy that I knew, cup holder boy, he started laughing. He just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think so, but shit, you never know. So he was like, dang, so he was like, let me find out. He was like, yeah, I ain't gonna step on your toes, Pete, or something like that. Like, I ain't gonna step on your toes. If you gonna crack her, just go ahead. Like, you know, she gonna choose who she want. So I was like, what are y'all talking about? What you talking about? Choose who, what? Even though I clearly know what they talking about, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. And he'd be like, I'm trying to find a date to the book fair. And I'm like, oh, my bad. So he was just like, yeah, she gonna, I ain't trying to step on your feet. So I said, oh, you ain't stepping on nobody's feet. Like, we literally just here having fun. It ain't even like that. So he was like, yeah, bro. Okay. And then he was like, well, I'll see you. It was nice seeing you, Symone. I'm like, nice seeing you too. So I was like, what y'all was talking about? So he like, nah, nothing. We ain't talking about nothing, you know, we just catching up. That's my dude or whatever like that. He was like, so you from the same part of LA he from? And I'm like, well, I mean, well, never mind. It is different parts of LA. But I'm like, yeah, we know each other or whatever. He's like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Yeah, you used to fuck with him? I'm like, I mean, something like that. He's just still for me. I'm just kidding. He only took that one time, the change. But maybe he took that money so he could start up his business out here in Vegas. I don't know. So yeah, so he was just like, oh, okay. So I'm like, after that, I mean, like, he kind of seemed like I wasn't going where he was going with that conversation, because clearly I knew what he was talking about. But like I said, I didn't want to jump to conclusions and he'd be like, what the fuck, my mom's getting married next Thursday and I just was trying to choose crack, open the code to choose you to be my date. And he'd be like, oh, my bad. So anyway, so yeah, after that, we still just chilling, having a good time or whatever like that, dancing. Deborah was like, Symone, what you trying to do after this? So mind you, this is an after hours. You know, after hours is open to like what, 4, 5 in the morning. It's getting to that time. So I was like, oh girl, I thought we was gonna call it a night, because we going to tomorrow. We was supposed to go get something to eat and go to a day party, to go to a pool party. So he like, the old boy like, oh, y'all trying to come back to the crib and just chill, like, you know, drink, smoke, we got bottles and shit like that, like y'all can come back to the crib and chill. So she's like, Symone, what you want to do? And she just smiled at me. I said, I want to go back to my room and go to sleep. So she's like, Symone. I'm like, So he's like, all right, well, what y'all doing tomorrow? And I'm like, well, we just, you know, going to the day parties and stuff like that. And he was like, all right, we're going to catch up with y'all tomorrow, because we got a section at one of the, I forgot which pool party he said they got a section at. So he's like, yeah, y'all could come through or whatever with us. He was like, all right, because y'all probably tired. Well, we finna go. Like, we finna leave. So we like, all right, we leaving too. Y'all, we end up leaving. And I could tell she was irritated. In the car, it was kind of, like, you know when it's that silence. She was annoyed. She was annoyed. So I was like, I'm not about to kiss her ass. Like, you mad at me because I don't want to go, like, I didn't say I wanted to come out here and fuck. I just wanted to come out here and have fun and clear my mind. Like, girl, no, we not finna go to their house. We ain't doing that. Don't you got a nigga at your place waiting for you to come back? Like, I'm confused. So anyway, yeah, we was in the car, and then this one song came on, and I started singing. I turned up, I said, oh, so that kind of like broke the ice, and we just laughing, singing and shit like that. So she was like, they was actually cool though. Like, you really think that they dad? I said, girl, remember the boy that I just said hi to? She was like, wasn't that one boy? I said, girl, yes, that was him. I was like, and he's out here doing that. I said, why is it they know each other? She was like, that's crazy, but I don't know, they probably just met. Like, Vegas is big but small, like, for real. Like, when you move out here, girl, you been here a month. I mean, yeah, it is big but small, but like, come on now, niggas ain't just out here meeting friends. So I'm just like, well, whatever, girl, it don't matter. We not with them no more, and we ain't gonna see these dudes ever again anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Well, we might see them again, but we ain't gonna hang out with them, so it don't even matter. So she ended up dropping me off in my room. I told her, like, do you want to stay the night? Like, are you tired? Because if you tired, like, you could come. Because that was one thing she had said too, because when he was like, he don't stay too far from where we was at, and she was like, oh, I could rest up a little bit because I don't really feel like driving. And I was like, oh, I'll drive. And I told her, like, you could stay at my room because I got 2 beds. I had literally got a room with 2 beds just in case if she ever wanted to come up and just sleep, or, you know, was too tired to go wherever the hell she was staying at. So she was like, oh no, I'm good. Okay. So anyway, she ended up leaving. We said what time we was gonna try to get up for the next day and all that. Y'all, I ended up getting up kind of late-ish, early-ish, but she didn't text. I didn't wake up to no text from her neither. So I ended up texting her when I did get up, and I was like, hey girl, I'm just now getting up, laughing my ass off, but I'm about to start getting dressed right now if you still want to go eat. Y'all, so I'm getting dressed. It took me about like a good hour and a half ish to get dressed and get ready because I'm still sluggish from literally just getting in earlier that morning. So I wasn't even peeping my phone, because when I get ready, when I'm on vacation, I'm gonna put my phone just like this and watch YouTube videos, or I'm gonna literally put it just like this and watch people's stories play without sound. Don't ask me why, but I watch people's stories without sound, and I need to stop doing that, because one time somebody was like, so you just gonna ignore what I said to you? And I'm like, I don't watch videos. I watch YouTube videos with sound, of course. I'm not weird, but I watch people Instagram stories without sound. Like, I'll just prop my phone up and let it just play, and I just read lips or something. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not paying attention that she didn't text me back, right? So when I'm done getting ready, like my hour 30-ish, I finally look at my phone like, ooh, she probably still asleep. So I ended up texting her and I was like, hey boo, you still trying to go eat or something like that? Like, I know you probably tired, but if you're not trying to go eat, just let me know. I'll probably just go grab me something because I'm hungry. Y'all, tell me why. Tell me why. I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm probably slight hungover from last night, but I seen bubbles. And I'm not saying like I was drunk and I started seeing spaceships on Bankhead, bitch. No, I seen bubbles of her typing and that shit disappeared. So I said, oh, maybe she finna text me back. Put my phone down, finish doing what I'm doing. Next thing you know, it was probably like a good 20 minutes she did not reply. So I said, I'm rubbing the one chin on my hair. I said, let me go ahead, chin on my hair. I just realized I said that shit so backwards. So I'm like, let me go ahead and call her, y'all. Tell me why I called this girl. Ring, ring. And guess who did not answer? Her. Y'all, so she did not answer the phone. So I'm thinking like, that's so weird. Like, why didn't she answer the phone? But I'm thinking like, okay, maybe she's asleep. So y'all, I'm posting stuff on my story because like I said, I'm getting ready and I'm thinking I'm looking cute. Well, I'm not thinking I look good. I look the fuck good. So I'm posting on my story and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, I gave it like another good 20-30. I'm hungry at this point. You know, when you up for a while, you're gonna be hungry. So I was like, you know what, I'm about to actually just go get me something to eat. I really wanted what we was gonna go eat, which was Lolo's. So I'm like, I'm still gonna go to Lolo's and get me some food. Thank God I got that fucking rental, right? So I hop in the car and I go get a table for one and I eat my motherfucking food. So while I'm there, I posted like on my story like a boomerang of me at the restaurant. So tell me who viewed my fucking story. Mind you, I didn't peep her viewing my story before because I was driving. I wasn't even looking at my story or nothing like that. But some told me to look when I had posted the restaurant, and I swipe up, and you know, I don't know, my Instagram is like this. People that I frequently talk to is always at the top. So, excuse me. So when I swipe up, I see her right there. And I said, lo behold, why this girl viewing my story and never text me back? So I look like, did she ever write back? I'm like, okay, maybe she thought she wrote back and she didn't send it. So she ended up hitting me because I'm about to hit you up again. Like, you seen my missed call. You see me text you twice or 3 times. I don't remember. Maybe it was 2 or 3. And you see my missed call. So anyway, she ended up replying to my story and she was just like, who you with? Girl, what do you mean who I'm with? So she was like, who you with? And then right when I'm typing, she sent another shit like, you with that boy from last night? Why would I be with a boy that I didn't even want to hang out with? Make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. So I said, girl, no, I'm by myself. And she was like, why you didn't tell me? So then she ended up calling me. And she like, girl, why you didn't tell me you was about to go eat? Like, I thought we were supposed to go eat together and then go to the day party. I said, I text you and I called you, you didn't answer the phone. So she's like, what, for real? She was like, you know what, my phone been tripping since last night. And I had to find, like, I lost it when I came in the house. I had to put it on the charger. My shit was dead. Did you lose it? Was it dead? Was it tripping? Which one was it? So I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, but yeah, you still trying to go to the pool party? I'm not even letting it get to me because I'm not thinking it's shady. I'm just, well, kind of, but yeah. I'm like, you still trying to go to the pool party? So she's like, yeah, girl, yeah, I'm trying to go to the pool party. That's what we're supposed to do today. So I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna get ready. She's like, well, I'm gonna just make me something to eat. No, she's like, well, I'm gonna just go grab me something to eat real quick. She was like, and then, yeah, but I'm gonna start getting ready and stuff right now. And I was like, okay, well, you got time, take your time, 'cause I'm still waiting on my food. So she's like, all right, cool, like, that works. So I'm telling her too, I'm like, you want me to get you something to go? Like, did you really want this? She's like, no, we could still always go back another time or something like that. Like, I'm not tripping, I'm in Vegas. So I was like, all right, yeah, don't trip, don't take long. I'm like, don't trip, you ain't gotta rush. I'm still waiting on my food. And I'm like, and when I get back to the room, all I gotta do is just change my clothes. So she was like, all right, cool. Y'all, so tell me why I'm in there. I probably got my food like a good 30-40 minutes. Let's just say after me and her got off the phone call, I didn't get back to the room till probably like an hour later. So I hit her up and I'm like, hey girl, I'm back at the room, I'm about to start getting dressed. Y'all, no response. So finally she ended up hitting me up, probably like, she was texting back slow, and she was just like, okay, well, I'm already ready or whatever like that. She was like, okay, well, I'm already ready. She was like, I'm just about to go run and go do something real quick. So I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, I gotta go to the beauty supply. I'm trying to look for some eyelash glue. So I'm like, okay, what kind you need? I got some. She's like, yeah, but I just need some more. Y'all, so I'm chilling. I'm like, okay, maybe she not that far from the beauty supply. Y'all, tell me why I'm chilling, whatever. Time go by. Next thing you know, I look the fuck up on Instagram. Why is she out to eat with her dude? She out to eat with her dude. She out to eat with her fucking dude. You got me sitting here in a bathing suit looking like a damn fool while you out to eat with your motherfucking dude. Look, listen. So I'm just like, okay. My thing is, she said she was gonna grab her something to eat real quick. She didn't say sit down and eat. They literally sitting down and eating. And it's not a problem, but it's like you could have communicated that. That's the only thing I hate is people lack communication. Like, I'm not gonna be mad, just let me know. I'm gonna get irritated when you try to be weird about it. That's when I get annoyed. So yeah, so she out to eat with him or whatever like that. And the food did look good. So I had replied to the story and I'm like, where y'all at? That look good as fuck. So she's like, oh, we at such and such. She was like, are you ready? I've been told her all I had to do was just change my clothes. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And she was like, okay. She was like, okay, well, I'm already ready too. She's like, I'm gonna just have him drop me off. She's like, you think you could meet me at the pool party or whatever like that? So I was like, all right, yeah, which one we going to again? Because mind you, it's not like we had any set tickets and you know it's a lot of pools. So I'm like, which one we gonna go to? Because I'm gonna park directly at the hotel because it's hot as fuck and I'm not trying to do all of that. So I'm like, all right, which one we gonna go to? So she was like, yeah, we gonna go to this one. I'm about to text you which one we going to. She like, I'm gonna text you, because mind you, we talking through DM right now. She's like, I'm gonna text you, I'm gonna send it to you. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there waiting. Y'all, I'm thinking like, okay, she said he gonna drop her off. She said she already ready, she don't need to go back to the house. Y'all, so tell me why like an hour go by and I'm literally not realizing it. Only how I realized the hour go by because I put it on YouTube on the TV and I'm like, wait, I'm almost done with this damn vlog I was watching. So I ended up hitting her up and I'm like, hey girl, like, let me know, because I told her to let me know which one we going to. I'm not about to just be driving around the strip doing donuts. Well, I mean, you can't because they got that middle divider. But yeah, so I'm like, hey girl, did you forget to text me or it didn't come through? Like, you didn't tell me. I'm like, yeah, you didn't tell me which one we going to. So she was just like, oh, my bad, I thought I had told you. She was just like, but we gonna go to the one, I forgot which one she had said we was going to. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna head up over there. She was like, hold on, just give me a second, don't go yet. Like, give me a quick minute because I'm back at where she was staying at. She was like, I'm back there, just give me a minute. So I'm like, all right, cool. So y'all, a minute turned to another 30 minutes. At this point, girl, what the fuck are we doing? So I was like, you ready? Like, what the fuck? Like, are you ready? So she was just like, honestly, I really don't feel good right now. You think you want to just go out later on tonight? Because I'm just feeling a little bit sick. You feeling wet? Like, no, I don't get it. You're being weird. Like, I was gonna say, I get it, because that's my problem. I be getting it too much. Like, I give people the benefit of the doubt too much. No, you're being weird. So she was like, yeah, I feel sick. So I'm like, all right, well, we could go out later if you want to. I was like, because mind y'all, I know people that live in Vegas. Like, I know a few people that live out there. The girl that I named Tasha, aka Lotion. Oh, I did name her Tasha, aka Lotion. I did give people too many T names at one point. But yeah, she lived out there. And then remember the girl Millie? But me and her had fell out because of that whole goofy situation. But then we had became kind of like fake cordial. Not friends, but like cordial. But I knew her. And then who else? Oh, I knew like people that I grew up with. They moved to Vegas. Like, I knew a few people. And it was this one girl on my Instagram, which granted I did not know her. But it wouldn't have been my first time linking with strangers off Instagram. So yeah, but she was out there in Vegas. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, I'm about to I'm gonna hit somebody up because I wanted to go. The fuck, I didn't pay to come get a room and just sit in this room all day. Like, no, I'm still gonna go do what I'm doing. So she was just like, oh, you still gonna go? Yes, I'm still gonna go. What's the problem? Like, why would you think that I'm gonna sit around? And it's crazy. I have another vacation horror story about that. About people. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'ma still go. I'm like, we still gonna go out later too though, but I'ma still go. So I don't know. She didn't write back, so I'm like, whatever. I ended up hitting up people, but like people, Tasha, aka Lotion, which I don't know why I would want to link with her either, honestly. Like I said, I gave people too many chances. She literally, what happened with her? Oh, she was at work or something like that, and she wasn't gonna get off in time. And then I did not hit up the girl down named Millie. I just didn't hit her up at all because I was like, nah. The girl from Instagram, she was already out and doing shit, which I could have hit her up and just been like, oh, I'm about to pull up to where you at, but I was like, nah, I ain't want to do that. So I literally, tell me why I literally didn't do anything. I ended up just going to the mall. Like, posting, she was just like, oh, you ended up going out. Like, did you end up going to the pool party? So I'm like, nah, I didn't end up going. So she was like, tell me why I ended up going to like this one little spot with my man. Y'all, but mind you, let's fast forward because we're not having this conversation through text or whatever. This was later on in the night when we was going out. My bad, I'm skipping too much of ahead. So later on, when it was time to go out, I'm like, okay, what time are we going so I can know to be ready? She was like, okay, I'm about to get ready right now. I'm still feeling a little sick, so I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling. So it was like, all right, cool. So y'all, tell me why she ended up hitting me up super late, and she was just like, all right, I'm about to be on my way to you. Mind you, at this point it's like midnight. So when she came and got me, I'm like, you good? She was like, girl, I was just tired. Like, I was just so sleepy, which, okay, it's understandable for you to be sleepy, but this is where she was like, so what'd you end up doing? Did you go to the pool party? I didn't see you post about it. So I was like, no, I didn't end up going. I couldn't find nobody to go with. So she was just like, oh, okay. I ended up going to this little like thing with my man. When did y'all do this? Last week? So she like, I went to this thing with my man or whatever. I forgot what they went to. I forgot what the fuck or where they went. But she like, she went to this little thing with her man. She was like, and then they ended up just walking around the strip. You did what? I'm like, oh, I thought you was tired. Like, I thought you was in a house for the night because you was tired. You was damn near not finna go. She's like, yeah, I was tired from doing that. I'm like, I thought you said you was feeling sick. That's why we didn't go to the pool party. She was like, no. She was like, because my man, he was trying to go and I knew you wouldn't want him to come. Because she was like, when I was mentioning about him coming yesterday, like, you literally wasn't saying that you wanted him to come. She was like, so that's why I was just like, you know what? And we wasn't supposed to be out like that for real. Like, after we went to eat, we just went and did that. And I was telling him, like, take me back. That's why I was telling you to wait because I didn't want you to just go. She was like, but I was feeling sick. Girl, you're a fucking liar. At this point, I was just like, y'all, because I'm annoyed. I said, oh, she got me fucked up. She's being so weird. So we finally get to where we're going. She's like, oh, I really didn't even want to come out tonight. Like, I just don't feel it. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm like irritated because it was like, you literally wasted my fucking time. So I was like, well, if you didn't feel like going out, like, we didn't have to go out. Because mind you, when Tasha was like, she wouldn't get off in time for the pool party, she was like, but what you doing later? Like, we could do something later. So I would have just hung out with her just to have something to do. Shit. At this point, I would have hung out with the people that's dressed up as Minnie and Mickey Mouse on the strip. At this point. So I'm just like, I really didn't feel like coming out or whatever. We ended up going to this one little spot, right? Y'all, tell me why when we get up to the door or whatever, the bouncer, I forgot what he said. I think he was like, oh, he wanted to check the purses or whatever, of course. So, well, the security guard, he like, okay, I check y'all purses. Like, let me check y'all bags. So I handed him my bag. He checking or whatever. And then he was like, let me see your bag. So she was like, my bag is little as fuck. Ain't shit gonna be up in here. And she did not open her purse. So he was like, okay, I still need to check your bag. She was like, that's so fucking dumb. Like, it's so little. He was like, yeah, stuff like that. You never know what somebody could have in their bag. I still need to check it. So she opened up her bag, and him saying that, of course, that's gonna make me suspect too. Like, what you got up in there? So she opened up her bag or whatever for him, and she snatched her bag back and was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, you doing too much. Like, you messing up how my shit is all in my bag. Like, why is you doing all that? So he was like, what the fuck? And she was like, I gotta check your bag. Like, this is my job. Now he kind of like copping an attitude. And she like, well, you doing too damn much. Like, you just like, fuck. Like, you don't gotta check it that hard. Like, it's not that much. Mind, she had a lot of stuff in that small bag. She was like, it's not even that big. Like, da-da-da. She just talking shit. So he like, who the fuck is you even talking to? Like, they kind of get into it. So I'm like, come on, girl. Like, come on, Deborah. Let's just go up inside of there. And she was like, no, because he be doing too much. Da-da-da-da. He like, man, what the fuck? Like, he mad. And I'm like, come on, girl. Because my thing is, okay, you could feel how you feel, whatever, but I just like to avoid, I don't know, call me a scary Larry all you want to, but I like to just avoid conflict, especially when it's not that deep, because it be a lot of situations where you see people, it be some crazy shit happen, and it be like, damn, just when I just could have avoided it by just saying fuck it, like this shit not worth it, because I don't know, then it could have been a hothead and just been like, did some crazy shit at that moment. Like, I don't know, I just feel like when it's certain shit, I'd be like, it's not even worth it. I ain't gonna never see this person again. Like, you got that, like, you got it, let's go. But yeah, she arguing with him, and he was just like, man, I shouldn't even let y'all get the fuck in. She was like, I'm getting in. So I'm like, oh my god, like, girl, if you didn't want to come, just say that, just say that. So we ended up going inside anyway, and she just seemed irritated. She was like annoyed. So I'm like, girl, we need a drink. Like, you need to get a drink to loosen up or whatever like that. She's like, I'm just irritated with him. Like, why he gotta be all up in my bag though? Like, why he gotta search my bag? Girl, he searched mine too. You make it seem like he was like, oops, stop, random screening, only you tonight. Like, he searched everybody's bag. It's not that deep. So I'm like, girl, let me buy you a shot. Like, I'm about to get you a shot or whatever like that. So we taking a shot, and she's starting to loosen up more. At this point, I'm hungry, so I'm like, I'm about to give me something to eat because they have food up in there. Y'all, it's like, oh, let's go dance. Like, I want to dance. You should have ate. Like, it's mid, like, basically, remember I told y'all she came at like midnight. She's like, it's super late, you just now eating. Yeah. So anyway, we start dancing on the dance floor. We having fun. Like, we having a good time. Like, shit is going cool at this point or whatever like that. So I'm like, girl, is tomorrow or is tomorrow? So I'm like, girl, tomorrow we really finna go out, or is you playing still? Like, we really finna go out? So she's like, we gonna go out. Like, I'm not playing. Like, why would you think that I'm playing? I wasn't playing tonight. And she was like, you know who I'm finna have come up here? Like, who was up already said they was gonna be up here too. So I'm like, who? Y'all tell me why she was trying to call the two dudes from the first night, which it was kind of irritating because it was like, you knew that's what you was finna do. You could have told me that. So it's like, whole time you saying you didn't even feel like coming out, but you coming out. Like, she kind of told on herself. It was like, you didn't feel like coming out. You was probably gonna flake on me again. But when he said that he was gonna be outside tonight, that's when you was like, okay, shit, let me go hang out with this girl. It was just weird to me. Like, I was just thinking like that was so weird. They didn't. So when we in there, like, when she said that, I was like, girl, ain't nobody trying to hang out with them. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, but I'm not trying to link with them. Like, like, no. So she was like, girl, why you overreacting? Like, if you don't talk to his friend, you don't gotta talk to his friend. Like, it's not that deep. So I was like, girl, just hang out with him on your own time. Like, I'm not here to try to just be like booed up with a nigga the whole weekend. Like, no, I came out to have fun, enjoy my time with my homegirl. So she was just like, girl, oh my god, like, all right, whatever, like, we don't gotta hang out with them, like, it's cool, we could just hang out. So I'm like, yeah. So we up in there, we having fun. And then I was just like, so is we really gonna go out tomorrow, or is you gonna flake? So she was like, I didn't flake. Like, why would you think I flaked on you? Because that's what you did. So I'm like, you did flake. I'm like, but just let me know, because if not, I could plan my day tomorrow way better. Like, I really would make plans with that random ass girl off Instagram. So I'm just like, I would figure out something to do, because tomorrow's my last full day here. I'm not about to be sitting here. I was leaving Monday, so I'm like, I'm not about to be sitting around just stuck in a room. That's not what I came here to do. So she was just like, well, I mean, you already knew that I'm trying to get out here and try to figure out if I'm gonna be living out here, so I'm trying to get my shit together. And I told you already that I'm like working a little temp job and I'm trying to save up money and stuff like that. Girl, pump your motherfucking brakes, for one. So I said, we literally sat down, because at this point we moved to the side, because we not about to be just sitting here on the dance floor. Because one thing about it, I could get really mad. I could have a conversation and be calm as hell and be talking like, okay. But the more you start getting loud, or if you start lying on me, if you start getting loud, or if you start doing the fucking most, then now we both about to just be yelling at each other. So I said, first of all, because she was like, you knew, I told you. Don't make it seem like I came out here just on some thirsty ass shit to come out here. I just need to hang out because I'm going through my, I was gonna say going through my divorce. Well, shit, felt like it, going through my breakup. Don't do that. So I'm like, first of all, we sat down and we mutually agreed on this weekend. I said, we picked out weekends. It didn't work for you. This weekend didn't work for me. We planned this weekend and we planned it out. You took off days. You said this and that. You said this was a good weekend to come. I said, so now that I'm here, you're making it seem like you're so tired. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I said, and I really feel like it's because you're mad because I didn't want to hang out with them niggas. Them nippers. So she like, no, it's not that. Why would I be mad? She was like, I already told you, like, I deal with somebody and he be staying with me and all the other stuff. I said that I don't understand what you're mad about. I'm not mad about that. I said that, okay, then what is the problem? She's like, well, like I said, I be tired. And like I said, I'm out here trying to hustle because I'm trying to get me a spot out here. I'm trying to do that. Like, you came out here for vacation. I'm trying to live out here. Girl, what? So I'm irritated because I'm like, you literally told me that this was a good weekend for me to come. Let me stop. You told me this was a good weekend for me to come. So now you finna sit here and act like you never told me that shit. Like I'm just pulling shit out my ass and I just came. Like you told me, girl, don't come, I'm working. And I just hopped on a plane and said, bitch, fuck you, I'm here. No, you told me this was a good weekend for you. So she like, well, yeah, okay, well, we did plan it, but shit happens. Like this life happens. She's like, I'm pretty sure if somebody came or if when I come back into town, if you gotta work, life happens. One, you don't even have to work. You tell me you don't work on the weekends. That's one. It's just you certain weekends wasn't good for her for certain reasons. So it was like, one, you don't work on the weekends. Two, stop fucking playing. So I'm like, you told me to come. She was like, well, like I said, I'm tired and I'm trying to get it. Like I'm trying to just get my life together, Symone. Like I'm trying to move out here. Like I just got other responsibilities. What the fuck? Don't try to flip this shit on me, ho. Don't try to make it seem like I'm an irresponsible ass bitch that just want to party because I'm going through something, and you making it seem like, and I'm being inconsiderate of the shit you got going on in your regular life. You planned this weekend with me. That's like me saying, hey bitch, let's hop on a flight and go to Atlanta, and then we get there and I be like, girl, I have real life shit going on. I can't be just at the club. And it'd be like, why are you here? Why did you plan this? You know, it's like it wasn't making no sense. So she just like, yeah, well, we kind of getting into it about that. Like we literally going back and forth about that because like I said, that was so fucking weird to me. So she like, well, if you like, we could go. Like we could just leave. We could leave. So we could be able to get up early and go to a day party like you want to tomorrow. You make it seem like I came out here and I said, you know what we're going to do first? We're going to go to the library and we're going to read and figure out new words to talk to each other. And then after that, we're going to do, bitch, we planned this shit. We built this shit brick by brick together. We planned this weekend. I'm confused. This is shit that you like to do too. Why is you acting weird? So I'm like, all right, whatever, we could go. So we ended up leaving. The car ride was very weird. We did not really even talk. And I hopped out the car and I went inside the room. I'm mad. Like, I'm so pissed to the point. I'm like, damn, I don't even want to go vent to Jonathan about it because he gonna be happy. Like, haha, your weekend's not going good. Which he probably prayed on it. You know, niggas pray on your downfall. So I'm like, Can't vent to him. I'm talking to my sister. I'm telling her like, man, she's so weird. Because it's like, why would you invite me out here? And mind y'all, this is a thing too. When we went out, we talking about how we was going. And she asked me like, oh, what you about to put on? Tell her what I'm putting on, stuff like that. When she had came to me, she was like, oh, I didn't feel like putting on makeup. I didn't feel like putting on lashes. That's nothing wrong with that, whatever. I don't care. And then she came out like she was finna go to the fucking grocery store. Like she just came dressed regular to go where we was going. And make it seem like, oh, I don't feel like being here type shit. Like, I'm not even dressed. You literally came outside dressed like that. It's not like I said, hey, girl, let's put on our craziest outfits and go run up a hill and then say, oops, just kidding, we're going to the club. No, like, you came dressed like that. You knew where we was going. So it was like, that was already weird to me, too, because you kept saying, I really didn't even want to come. She kept saying at the whole car right there, like, if I was going to be like, oh, well, girl, just turn around. It's cool. We could just go back. That's why I felt like what she was doing, like, it really was just giving that, because I'm like, yeah, no, she's being so fucking weird. So the next day, she ended up hitting me up early, and she was just like, well, I'm about to get ready right now for where we going, and I'm gonna come pick you up, so it's no type of confusion. Girl, it sounds like you don't even really want to go. Like, it's gonna be so much tension. So I'm like, you sure? Because if you don't want to go, we don't have to go. Like, if you tired, if you sick, if you lost your phone, if it's not working, if it's dead, let me know, because we don't have to go. Like, I'm not pressed about it. It's whatever. I just know never the fuck again. So she like, no, like, it's cool, I'm ready, I'm getting ready, we gonna go. Like, today's gonna be lit or whatever like that. It's gonna be Sunday. And I forgot who was supposed to be there. I don't know. But yeah, so she was like, yeah, we gonna go. So anyway, I get ready. It's like whatever, but it's tension, because it's like, it's so much shit that happened. Like, you being weird as fuck towards me out of the fucking blue. First day was so good until I pointed out what this nigga did for a living. You don't even know him. Why do you fucking care? So anyway, she was telling me, when she picked me up, she was like, oh, I know somebody that got a section here. Y'all, can y'all guess who the fuck she knew who that had a section? Mind you, we planned to go to this spot. So it's not like I'm like, girl, no, we're going somewhere else now. It was okay. The dudes from the first night. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, we could get some of they alcohol and move the fuck around. Like, we ain't got to be hanging out with them the whole time, because that's not what I don't want to be literally booed up on vacation with some rando, especially not them. So anyway, so she like, okay, so she like, all right, yeah, we could do that. Like, I'm not tripping, we could do that or whatever like that. He said he got a section, so yeah, we could just get they drinks and just section hop if you want to, and da-da-da-da-da, and just this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, cool, sounds like my type of party now. So we ended up getting to the pool party or whatever. We had fun though. We did have fun, and we didn't run into them because he clearly lied. They was not there at all. But we did have a good time. But I just felt like it was just still tension. Like, sometimes you know where you could tell where it's like, y'all trying to be cool, but then it'd be that moment where y'all both like, it was just weird. And yeah, we stayed the whole time, and originally we was supposed to go afterwards. We was gonna go get something to eat, but y'all, when she was like, she not tired, she like, I'm up, I'm not tired, I drank 7 Red Bulls. She didn't really say that, but she was like, she up, she not tired. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just about to shower and change out my clothes, and we were supposed to go eat. When I tell y'all, I hit her and told her like, oh, I'm about to hop in the shower, and she was like, me too. When I tell y'all, because I ended up taking a nap, she probably did too. 2 hours went the fuck by, and she didn't say shit to me. I was like, my bad, I fell asleep, LOL. She didn't say shit to me, y'all. I literally went and got me some food on my own. I went and got me something to eat. And yeah, and tell me why she was mad. This girl had the nerve to be mad because I went and got me something to eat. Look, listen, baby. I'm not about to sit here and play these funky ass games with you. Why would I sit here? Already 2 hours went by because I took a nap, but my nap wasn't even a 2-hour nap. I took like I got in the shower, I took like a 30-minute nap, and then I was just laying there and shit like that. And I had texted you when I got up. 2 hours went by still from the time of her dropping me off to me actually leaving the room. That's what I meant. And you never said nothing to me. So when I had went and got something to eat, it's just crazy to me how you be sleep, all this random shit, and then your spidey senses hit you and say, oh, Simone's doing something without you. And then that's when you be like, oh, that's weird. So it kind of started up the argument again. And she was just like, I just feel like you going through so much in your breakup that you just not realizing that you doing weird shit. That's what she said to me. So I said, how am I doing weird shit? She was like, first of all, you coming out here and you're mad because I'm tired or this or that and the third. She was like, and then you going to do a shit by yourself. We were supposed to go eat at Lolo's and then you decided to go on your own. So I'm like, oh, okay. So either you flaked and did some weird shit because you was mad because I went and got food by myself, or because I didn't want to go be with them ninjas. And I said that. So I'm like, so what was the reason why you flaked? Like, you was upset about that when you just didn't hit me back. So I was supposed to starve or go eat Burger King? Like, what did you want me to go do? And she was just like, I'm just saying, like, you could have went and got something to eat from somewhere else and you went and got some food from there. So I said, okay, well, now I see why we didn't go out Saturday. Now I see why we didn't go out Saturday in the daytime. And she was just like, and you just keep trying to put it on me. She was like, but like I said, like, I'm going through shit too. Like, I'm not saying that you're not going through shit, but it's just the fact that you're trying to make it seem like I came out here and I'm telling you fuck your responsibilities when you planned this fucking weekend. So we had kind of got into it about that, like about me not hitting her again to go get no food when it's like you didn't hit me neither. I'm sitting here telling you I fell asleep, LOL. I'm about to get in the shower and you're not responding to me. I'm not about to blow your phone up. You literally know how to contact me. Phones work both ways. And I'm telling her that, and I guess she didn't really see it and shit. I didn't see where the hell she was coming from neither. She probably was making valid points. Who the fuck knows? But I didn't see where she was coming from. She didn't see where I was coming from. And yeah, Monday came around and I went the fuck home. I was irritated. I was like, yeah, never again. And it was just crazy to me because I'm like, with all the people that we know, mutual people, every time, like, literally nobody else, like, people, like, even somebody that's considered your best friend didn't even come to Vegas to come see you or make sure you was good. Yeah, I came out there to turn up or because I got a lot of shit going on, but I could have literally turned up in LA like I was already doing. Like, I was literally going out a lot around that time during, like, because, you know, I just was like, okay, I just need to get back into me. We was already like broken up technically, yeah, but so I really didn't need to come out there. And I'm coming out there because you was saying how you miss home. I mean, even though it's 4 hours, you could have literally just came the fuck back. But yeah, I'm going out there and I'm literally, and nobody else even came to come fuck with you like that. Like, and you gon' girl, it was just like, I see how it is. I mean, after that, we still kind of talked, but it was weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the friendship dynamics between us kind of got really weird after that, for sure. Like, I had invited her to stuff. Like, when I had my brunch, I invited her. She didn't come. She didn't say shit. But it was crazy because when it had came down, like, like I said, we talk here and now and again and stuff like that. I don't know what was the reason or the issue behind that. But like I said, it became weird. And even though, like, when we would talk, shit just was, like, weird. And it was crazy because it was like I was going on a trip with some friends. Mind you, I don't like to mix friends groups no more. I learned that lesson. And yeah, so I was going on a trip and she had hit me up to go, and I was just like, oh, like, you know, like, no. I didn't say no, but basically I did say no. I was like, because we already have this trip planned. We about to go this weekend. 2, everybody already put in on a room and shit like that. There's no room for you to be there. 3, you don't know these people, and I don't want you to feel no type of way, or I don't fucking know. Me and you ain't even fixed our issues. Why the fuck would we just jump to go on a vacation again? Are you crazy, sir? Even though that shit was an epic fail. Oh, but yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. I just had to go ahead and let y'all know this story time when we fell out, and shit just been weird ever since. But yeah, I love y'all, and that's it for the story time. I love you guys so much. I'll see y'all on my next one. Peace out.